Hydrotech says, so what kind of keyboard should I get for FL Studio?
Honestly, it's no particular keyboard you should get for FL Studio. You should just get a dope MIDI keyboard.
Yeah.
And for the people that are in here, I suggest my newest thing I got over here. I'm gonna walk over here, move this chair without spilling this ginger ale. Perfect. M Audio Control 49. I would suggest that, or any of the Akai keyboards are pretty dope.
Yeah, that was the MPK.
Yeah, the MPK.
MPK is dope.
They got the advanced. I don't like the way the advanced looks though. With the 8-bit pads.
Yeah,
what are those 8 pads?
I'm cool on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then what's the MPKs is cool. Never all 100. You can get. I mean, it's really just up to your budget.
Yeah. And how many keys you looking for?
Yeah. A 49 is like a decent size. 25 will get you by. 61 is, to me, I'll never use it.
Really? I was a 61 guy. I was so mad I got this 49 key, but now I don't mind, of course. But I had a 61 key for like 6 years.
Yeah, I never play like that. I play everything is in that one little area, so it never really made a difference for me.
For me, it was about samples. Like, I like to have a whole lot. So way before these days, I ain't talking about you. Way before these days, I was like, I need as many keys so I can play all the drums. Like,
facts.
Now I don't really worry about that too much.
So Hydro, hope that helps, my brother. Young Ragheads, what up?
Yo, Raghead's been showing super love.
You see Ragheads from Young India, always through.
He been showing love. He been posting. He posted about the podcast. A couple times he posted about the podcast.
Asking dope questions. I see, brother. I see, blah.
Man, I tell you what, we gotta go to India just to see Ragheads.
Right. Pull up, skirt.
I know they got that food over there.
Man, that food's gotta be fire.
Yeah.
Marcus, what up, man? G6 Phantom. Okay.
All right. I got the keys.
Send the whole beat or a sample of beat when sending artist tracks.
Whole beat.
Whole beat, half a beat, whole beat 8.
Right. Now if you're doing a serious submission though, like to a label or to an A&R or something, you definitely want to send the whole beat. Yeah. Don't be like, yo, here's a minute and a half. If you really mess with it, then holler back at me.
Because the more work you got to make somebody do, because if you just send I don't think people get when it's like placing the stuff. They record first, then business later.
Yeah.
And if you got to loop the joint and redo all this to record,
it's going to the back. That's a good point though. Yeah, because they definitely record the song immediately before they even let you know that they like the beat.
Facts.
They're like, yo, we like that. He recorded to it last night.
Complete control with auto scales is crazy.
I could believe that. I haven't been sold on the complete software.
Yeah, I'm not either.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's complete control, and it's mostly Native Instruments Contact based, and I don't use Contact that much to have a controller that's mostly dedicated to Contact.
Yeah, I just use it. My Contact is like 3 things that I use, and outside of that,
yeah.
But those 3 things I really use.
Right.
But outside of that, I don't really care about any of the other stuff.
Well, that's why I was rocking with this, because, like I said, you can list all your presets to everything. Contact, Nexus, Omnisphere, all that stuff. It is great. These are amazing times we live in as far as MIDI controllers.
FitX.
Hey, quick, what MIDI controller are y'all using? Just throw that in there.
Let us know. What up, y'all? Back at it again to get this game. Y'all spitting salute. Hey, shout out to Black Razor. What can I do to get my sound designing better after mixing?
Well, sound design is usually before mixing, But just assuming that you're talking about you design some sounds, now you mix the song, and what could you do better? Nothing. Once you design the sound, it just you treat it like you would treat any other sound in the mix. And you mix accordingly. So what you want to do is way before you start mixing, way before you even start making a beat, when you're making the sounds, there are a ton of things that you could do to make it better. EQ it, distortion, saturation, if that's your preferred taste at the time.
You're fancy.
Yeah, but make sure your sounds are as solid as they can be before the beat is made, and definitely before the mixing.
FitX. Sample L. Jackson.
Hey, you know it. I was thinking about that yesterday. I'm like, pretty dope.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
The food fire? All right, Ragheads. You got to mail me a plate.
Right. Mail me a plate or a ticket.
Thanks for doing this, guys. What's your opinion on different time signatures in hip hop?
Explore them, I think. It's tough though.
Yeah.
When you want people to dance to something.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you might trip them up a little bit. They're gonna have the 2 left feet because you got to shuffle with a 6/8.
Man.
But if you can make it sound dope, just explore. Because a lot of stuff you can do, it'll just sound like 4/4, but it's not 4/4.
But you know, sometimes as a DJ, I hate those songs.
Really?
Because they're such a pain to mix. Because you're so used to a certain. And then it would always be like a one song, just a different time signature, but it feels like 4/4, and it will throw me completely off.
See, I didn't think of the DJ aspect. So now as a DJ, what if the drums are like 4/4, but the music is because the drums are still gonna be.
It's still weird because when I'm thinking of bringing songs in, I'm thinking about it on the one, and I try to cut out the airspace. So it's just I would have to really know the song. Yeah, but it's certain songs that throw me off every time.
Yeah, so for your experimentation purposes, dope, go for it. For DJs though, I don't think they like you too much for that.
Club record, I wouldn't do it. A vibey record, go for it.
Right. Ace Nito, what up? Happy to see you in.
I'm glad you made it.
And you brought all your capital letters with you. Appreciate it.
I've been waiting. What's up, man? What do y'all think about Splice for collabs?
Dope.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think everything the Splice guys are doing is dope.
Yeah.
Guys, girls, I don't know who runs it yet.
Ladies and gents.
Yeah, but they doing good over there. Especially, you could collab with people. But that's something they had from the beginning, right?
The collab joint was the first joint. That's why I started using it.
Yeah, that's when you told me about it. Oh, yeah, you collaborate with other producers. Yeah.
And then when they put the sound joint in there, I was like, oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, that was a great business model.
You know you can get plugins from there?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, like the rent to own.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
it was a site they used to do that. They had been doing that since like 2003. I forgot the name of the site. But yeah, you can get on there and just use them joints.
I wonder has anybody's serum got repossessed. Like, nah, bro, you ain't paid, dog. You can't open up your beats. Oh, that's terrible.
How does that work? Well, rent to own. I guess it's like having a trial or something.
I think if you have to have serum open to even open it, it's connected. Because one time my serum wouldn't work, and then I opened my Splice and it worked fine. Oh,
so they got like a wrapper type deal.
So I think once you don't pay, you're going to stop working.
Unless you know them codes. You got to know them codes.
Repo boys. Someone said a Kai Mini keyboard. Okay.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, that's the MPK. Yeah.
What's your favorite VSTI?
Right now, Contact. As much as I talked about it, Contact. Yeah, for them output joints.
I have a DeepMind 12 analog synth. I use a controller.
Yeah, that's dope. I don't know how many people got on that. Did you see that? It's more for like the modular crowd,
right?
But it's like some super sophisticated. It looks super dope, but I'm just not into that stuff enough to get one. You know.
Dog, I got that Roland Gaia.
That's it.
I barely use that joint for the sounds.
Yo, I have no hardware sense.
You ain't missing nothing.
Okay, cool. Feel better about my life.
Hi from Brazil. What up, Brazil?
Brazil.
Send me some of that Bally Funk.
Right.
Korg Micro Key Air Super convenient with Bluetooth, so no wires.
Yo, hold on.
Skit.
Yes, what they're referring to is this dusty joint that just came from under the table. This is the Micro Key 2, but it's not the Bluetooth edition. If you know like I know, and you want to get a Korg Micro Key, great controller, get the Bluetooth edition. Don't get the MIDI one. At least not this one, because Korg has this thing. When you plug in a MIDI port, it gets a number. If the number, when you plug this in, is over 9, it won't register on your computer. And you gotta like erase all your MIDI ports, which is not a big thing, and then plug this in, and then sometimes it'll work. Basically not worth it. Get the Bluetooth edition.
And now you know.
Product reviews.
Tsunami. Johnny Tsunami Umami. Next, we're reviewing.
You're right. Just doing bad product reviews for whatever's on the floor.
M Audio Code 61.
No. Mad people had problems with that.
For real?
Yeah. Google Code 61 or Code 61 user experience.
Oh.
And I wanted to get one when it first came out, but I just didn't. And this is an M Audio keyboard too. This is way better than the Code.
Yeah, you said that from like personal experience. That was like experience to jump in. He's like, no.
Right. Like I seen him with his hand over the fire. I'm like, no.
Don't touch that.
The thing is, he probably already got one.
Yeah, I think you do.
Salute to you if you do.
Hope for the best. I use Korg Micro, but next week I'll buy a push and start my Ableton journey.
Oh,
hey.
Document that. We want to see that.
The documentary. Yeah, what's up, fam? You going ham on Facebook?
Hey, that's what's up. Maybe it's me.
Yeah,
I assume it's me. Appreciate you.
Thanks.
Nice to know that I'm being noticed.
Right. Artera Keystep MIDI.
I haven't checked that out.
Yeah, I don't know if I've seen that one.
Umami with the gems.
That's a conversation. Did you guys see the new Tupac movie, and how did you like it?
I did not see it. I heard.
Yeah, I've heard some crazy stuff about it.
Yeah, we talked about it beforehand. I don't know what you heard about it. I went and got a cut this morning, and a guy was talking about he saw it last night, and he's like, "Oh, it's amazing," or whatever. I'll see it. I definitely will see it. But I think the thing with it, I was kind of reluctant, and I'm like, why am I reluctant to see this movie? When it comes to a person, you feel like you've seen so many biopics or depictions of them in something, it kind of feels like, oh, another one.
Right.
But I heard it's good.
See, I heard the opposite.
Really?
I've only heard it's terrible.
Really?
Like I woke up, I was on Instagram, 50 Cent was like, yo, he said, save Tupac movie for the Fire Stick.
I don't want to say that, but yeah,
I was dying off that. But yeah, I heard it's terrible.
Yeah. But well, I'm evaluating the guy that said it was good. It seems to be one of them things, like certain people will be like, yo, it's good. But then you look at them and you're like,
I don't know.
Somebody else.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think I might go see it this weekend, though. Why not? Been productive this week, you know what I mean? Take a little break.
It's been a super productive week.
We've been working.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, I don't either. But hey, shout out to Ukraine.
Yeah, for sure. A few questions. Illy is in it.
He got the paragraph. Okay, Illy, what's up? See, I got a few questions. What is your plug-in chain on your master channel? How so you make your drums cut through your mix? How do you leave a beat open for an artist while being so it's loud and still slaps? I can't read today. Sorry, guys.
It's all good.
So what's on your master channel?
Yeah. What's on your master channel, brother?
EQ.
Nice.
Compression.
Nice.
That's pretty much L2 EQ.
Yeah, that's
pretty much it.
I've been experimenting with the since last week we talked about having nothing on the mastering chain. Mm-hmm. So I've been experimenting with that this week. It's coming out pretty dope. The only thing I do have on there is a limiter just in case.
Keep it.
Yeah, something get out of hand. But it's working out pretty good. Because before that, I ain't gonna lie, I had like 8 things in my mastering chain. Not all of them were engaged, but they were just there in case I needed them.
Like, I tried every mastering. This again, I talk about this all the time. I didn't like how my drums would hit, so I tried every master chain. I asked everybody I knew. I asked Black. I went to mixing engineers, and everybody would tell me the same thing, and I just didn't understand it until maybe like a year ago, and then I was like, "Oh,
what was the thing they told you?"
It's really of just how you think about your sounds. Like the kick is a priority.
Yep.
And it made sense, and I was doing it, but I just didn't. I didn't grasp it. You know what I mean? It took me using reference mixes and doing all that stuff to understand, like, oh, this is the balance.
Yeah.
And once you figure out the good balance, then it's like you good.
I always figure the kick, like you said, the kick is the priority, and you mix around the kick, and then that's when a reference track can come in handy because you're like, all right, I got my kick, I know what my thing is, and now I mix around, and then you just keep checking the reference just for your balance, and you good. You be mixing like a pro in no time.
And I used to put my 808 way too loud.
Me too.
Because
I still do.
Yeah, because I didn't realize that you really don't need that much 808. It's like you know how like you season some seasons you just gotta put a little bit.
Yeah.
808 is kind of like that. Like you can easily overdo 808
real quick. That's where distortion comes in though,
Mm-hmm.
because with distortion you can hear. Because my thing is I couldn't hear the 8.
Right.
I could feel the 8, but I couldn't hear the 8.
Exactly.
Man, you put some upper harmonics on that thing, you good to go. You can turn it down.
And he says, how do you leave a beat open for an artist while it being loud? Well, when I think of open, I just think of the more stuff you have in there, the more stuff is fighting to be heard. So you have to understand the frequencies of what can fit in there and only have that.
Exactly.
Because once it starts getting cluttered, your mix is not going to seem as loud and it's going to be too busy for the artist.
That's what I was thinking. We said how to leave it open. Frequency. It's all. Think about where the artist's voice is gonna be, and don't put a whole lot of stuff right there in that frequency, and you'd be good to go.
Who do you think from the Double XL class of 2017 will be relevant in 5 years? Oh gosh, hold on, I gotta look this up because
I was about to say who's on that.
I don't even know who's on it. I know Made in Tokyo. I actually like Made in Tokyo.
They could be relevant in 5 years.
No, I don't think he's relevant in 5 years.
They could be relevant in 5 months.
Made in Tokyo is probably, to me, in Playboy Cardi, got the longest run, I think.
Yeah.
But that's because fan base and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else, I really don't know. Kyle is okay. Kyle is just like super fake Drake to me, though.
Super fake Drake.
He's like really polished Drake. He's like suburban Drake.
If you serious about super fake Drake,
Yeah, he's like Old Navy Drake. You know what I mean? It's like he's the same. I don't know. He makes some cool stuff.
The generic version.
Yeah, I don't like how all these artists are starting to remind me of each other. Like everybody sounds alike. Everybody. I don't know. I just miss the days where people were like, you hear ODB and he's just like crazy. You never heard nothing like that. Busta Rhymes yelling at you. You like, yo, why are you so angry, bro?
Well, that is what I loved about a lot of stuff. Everybody was different. And like I said, back then, if you had an ad and a source, I bought your music. That's how I got put on Tupac. And I put everybody else on the Tupac. I thought, and I think I told you this, I just saw the ad and the source. It didn't have a picture. First of all, I thought it was pronounced Tupac. And I was like, oh, this might be an Asian rap group. Because back then, you would get that. You could get an Asian rap group. I went and bought the joint. I'm go to the store. Let me get that new Tupac. Guy was like, Tupac. I was like, oh, they sound good? He's like, it's one guy. I was like, oh.
Why is his name Tupac?
Right. He's what? But, yeah, and I had that joint. It was Tupac's first album, Tupac Lives Now, and I put all my friends on to Tupac. I'm sure 99.9% of them love him to this day. So yeah, Tupac Shakur, Wave or MP3 when sending beats to artists? MP3.
Yes, sir.
Man, don't nobody want a 38 megabyte beat.
Boy, that you can't open from Gmail. You got to download.
Yeah, or 10 38 megabyte beats.
Man.
Yeah, they don't want that.
No, don't know anybody from Ukraine. Sorry, I can't help you, but
You still on that Ukraine mission, huh?
Try go to on Instagram.
UkraineProducers.com.
You're right.
If it don't exist, you should create it.
I just got Ableton, so I'm about to try Splice.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't need Splice. You don't need Ableton for Splice.
Yeah,
but
yeah. You could use
it
it before that. They're not related at all, actually. But good. Try both.
How do you simplify production without so many gears on Ableton and achieve maximized quality with Oracle kits only?
All right, that's a 2-part question.
Okay.
How do you simplify production? We'll stop right there. Organization. Number one, you have got to be, that's been our whole thing this week too. Organization. Really in every aspect of life. We get into every aspect of life, but for right now, with work, you want to be organized. You don't want to have too much stuff open. My thing was tracks in Ableton, I started treating like browsers, like tabs on a browser. I would have like 38 tabs open that I'm not even using. Only put the tracks that you need in there. Save them. If you make groups of tracks or groups of effects that you use all the time, group them together, save them in your browser. And those Oracle kits, if you have your favorites, take a day, put all your favorite snares together, put all your kicks together. Just make Drum groups. I suggest making 64 pad drum groups because it's a lot of Oracle sounds, and then save those. Save your favorites so that way when it's time to make a track, boom, you popping off the rip. But number one to your organization. That was the second part to that question.
And achieve maximum quality with sound Oracle kits only.
Hey, there you go. Well, the sounds are going to be good. The sounds are going to, you don't really have to do anything to the sounds unless you want to. You might want to add some reverb or whatever, but you ain't got to do too much EQing or cutting. So.
And I think it comes to understanding mixing. You know what I mean? Because if you have a good sounds and then you don't balance your good sounds with the rest of your sounds, it's going to sound crazy.
That's true.
So the key is just understanding how to make everything fit together.
That's super true. And the crazy thing is, when I listen to a track from somebody that doesn't, like their mixing skills might not be there, you can always tell what sound they're most proud of in the track because it's dumb loud. Or like the drums would just be like, and the music is super low. You're like, oh, you like drums, do you?
I seen young Willie Donut. This might have been a while ago. He was talking about how every time somebody mixes his beats, they turn down his hi-hats. And I just thought it was so funny because I'm like, I thought I was the only one, bro.
With the loud hi-hats?
Man, dog, my hi-hats be killing your ears, bro. But in my head, that's how I hear it.
Mine used to be like that, too. Until I start paying more attention to my references. Mm-hmm. And then I started paying more attention to Tim's mixes.
Yeah.
When he would make a beat versus when the beat would be mixed by Chris most of the time. And the hi-hats
always down.
But they mixed
so well. They cutting through.
Yeah, because I was giving, I give Tim like the raw sound. You know how you get the raw sounds and be having all types of dirt and crazy stuff in it, low end and the hi-hats. And, Tim, like me, he just worked with them. But then
he
Chris
cleaned up later.
Yeah, I'm like, damn, the hi-hats are low, but you could hear them joints.
Damn. Since Jay-Z is in Jamaica with Young Guru and recently went on Twitter and the 444 thing on the subway, how long do you think it will be until Jay-Z drops a new album?
I don't know. I wouldn't hold my breath for it. I would like that to come out tomorrow, but I don't know.
See, I feel like I'm going to be the only guy. I don't know if I want to hear a Jay-Z album, bro.
Really?
Yeah, I'm cool because certain people, man.
You just kind of want them to go.
I just want to remember them for that. You know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta let certain stuff go.
Well, there is that fear. Damn, it's just gonna be okay.
Yeah, it's got to be great. If it's great, then I'm here for it. But
yeah, I think I'm just I think I'm nostalgic in me wanting to hear that because it's gonna be bars,
of course.
I want to say it's going to be beats. With Jay-Z, I'm like, I'm going to get some beats and I'm going to get some bars. Beats, I don't know now. Because it was Just Blaze, it was Kanye, and then, of course, we worked on the Magna Carta stuff. But since then, like, you'll hear him on a random feature. And it'll just be like, the beat will be...
I don't like Jay-Z on 808s. And
me either.
Yeah, I don't like that. But I don't like Kanye either. I wish Kanye would do an album where he just sample and just John Bryant play over top of it. That... Please, man, I would be so happy about that.
With the Jay-Z album, I want Just Blaze and and Kanye with like 2 or 3 Tim features on it.
See, perfect.
The old formula that worked.
Yeah, I don't want to hear Metro, Jay-Z, Travis Scott, a whole album of that.
Yeah, I'm fearful that you'll get a Jay-Z album executive produced by DJ Khaled.
Yeah.
Both great people in their separate respects, but I think together, I'm not going to like that.
Yeah, I'm cool on that. Super cool on that. Shout out to DJ Khaled, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just watched, he was on, what was that, Mad Money on CNBC. He was on that joint. He's on The Breakfast Club.
Dope.
Have you ever seen his son cry?
Nah.
I ain't never seen that little boy cry.
Nah, he just be chilling.
Happy.
Yeah.
Hey, I guess when you that rich.
No more tears.
When you that rich, even at 6-7 months, you don't need to cry.
Right.
That milk is on demand on the timer.
Right. This is nipples everywhere.
Is there a particular genre that you guys hate that you never like? A genre that I hate.
It used to be country for me. But in the last 2 years, I actually heard some dope country songs. So,
Did I hate? I don't know if I hate. country would probably be my least favorite, but I grew up in the country.
Yeah.
So I know, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Country is like real. It's hip hop for rural areas.
Yeah.
Because it'd be like the same struggles, the same problems, but just
the girl left them, cheating, money.
Actually, country is more like to the point. You know, hip hop is like, oh, we just talk about what we know. Like, yo, no, country, they talk about what they know. Because in addition to, they don't talk about like industry problems, but they talk about money problems. They toothbrushes missing, like everything. They get deep.
Thanks. How profitable is the sound kit business?
It's like saying how profitable is the t-shirt business. It depends on your business and your business model. It ranges from very profitable, and there are some people that aren't making anything.
Yeah, I feel like it's probably a lot more people who aren't making anything than it is people who are making.
Yeah, it's not something you get into to make money. It's not like let me jump in here and I'm gonna cake off, because a lot goes with it. It's just like submitting music when people are like, y'all want to submit a track. Well, to submit a track to somebody, well, the people should know who you are. You should have a following. You should have some type of reputation, some type of track record, or you make super dope beats.
Right.
Don't just jump out there with 83 followers and be like, yo, I got these kits. Buy them.
Right, because nobody's going to buy them.
You haven't given anybody any value beforehand, whether it be just information or entertainment value or anything. So up your value. If you want to get into it, then get into it, and even then, you got to have a strong business model to be profitable.
Man, I worked at it took me a while. It took me maybe a year and some change to even really make money in it.
Yeah.
It took me a while to fucking really figure it out.
But you did it right, though. You didn't, like, jump into it like, yo, I'm making $1 million this weekend when I release this kit. It wasn't like that.
It's not really about the money thing. It's just, like, trying to understand the system and...
Right.
So now it makes more sense. But yeah, if you're just trying to do something for a quick buck, that ain't the move.
Definitely ain't the move.
Don't do that one. Find something else.
Oh no.
Go Uber.
yeah.
For a quick buck. Don't do that.
Exactly. Give these people some value.
Are you guys fans of Omnisphere?
Of course.
I am the innovator. What up, brother?
Hey, Inno. What up? Yeah, I gotta do it. This is my guy. He's in here. My man. I gotta get some volume on that.
There we go. A little bit.
Yeah, there we go.
Turn the full level.
Yeah.
There we go.
Now we in there. But yeah, shout out to my guy, Inno. In addition to writing dope blog posts for soundoracle.net, he's also the man. He penned some nice product descriptions. He wrote a dope product description for me the other day for a product that's coming out at the end of the month. Hey, so salute to him as always.
And he said he finally made the switch to Ableton from Logic.
Yeah. Yep. Hey, we gonna make sure you get that Ableton training right. We gonna get you right.
17.5 same color t-shirt. Are you guys fans of Omnisphere?
One more time? Okay.
Are you fans of Omnisphere? Of course.
I'm gonna hope his keyboard is just tripping. My man's not looking to answer this question.
Someone. We done got the Ukraine during about 15 times.
Yeah, there's a weird thing going
on. It's hot as version 2 compared to version 1. More sounds.
Yeah, more sounds, and I can't even say it's better. I just know it's more sounds.
Did the one have that where you could, say you have a sound and you could click and it
sound match?
Yes,
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
I don't know.
To me that's the only difference. That is crazy though. I love that, right?
Yeah, when it comes to making a beat, or when it comes to making favorites, because that's what I'll do. I'll take some time, let me make Omnisphere favorites, and then you find a dope sound, sound match, bam, you're good to go.
Dog, I still don't. Let me write it down. Because I keep forgetting to figure out how to make favorites in Omnisphere. I still never just did it.
I'll tell you real quick, just in case anybody else wants to know. So on the first page, you get the list of things down the side. There's a button that you click to get to that other side of Omnisphere. That
little circle joint at the top?
Mm-hmm. And then if you look to the top at the right, you'll see something like categories or create project. It'll be a pull down menu. You click on it, go to create project. And projects are basically favorites. That's what I do. I create a bass project or an arpeggio project. And then as you come across sounds, you can, I think you can right click on them and add them to a project or something like that.
Okay.
But when you're in your browser, you'll see all your main sounds at the top, bass, whatever. Whatever that label is, if you right click on it, one will say library and then under it will say user projects. And then you'll get all the favorites that you say.
My dog.
Yes.
See, I'm still, I'm in my switching to being more efficient mode.
Yes.
So I'm trying to remember this little stuff of saving favorites. Because I literally just go in there, I open stuff, and I click random until I get a sound.
And it's dope.
Yeah.
But if you take time to just do that with a plan in mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, it works when it works, but then when it don't work, it's horrible.
You get frustrated. Let you go through like 6 whack sounds.
Oh, yeah, it's horrible.
You like,
lost the vibe.
Yeah, I'm done.
From a producer's perspective, do you find it necessary to build a beat / arrange in one DAW, examples Logic, Ableton, etc., and do the mix, and then mix the beat separately in Pro Tools?
No.
Yeah.
One DAW shouted.
Yeah, I do everything in Ableton.
Everything. I don't even have Pro Tools.
I do, and I regret buying it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I told you I had a session, and my engineer didn't know Pro Tools, and it made me so mad that I bought Pro Tools so I could understand. So I literally went and spent like $800 because he made me so mad, which was the stupidest thing after I thought about it.
Emotional spending.
Yeah, and I probably used it like 3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't and I guess you don't either. We don't record vocals like that. Now if I recorded vocals like that, I might look at Pro Tools, but I would probably still do it in Ableton.
I couldn't Ableton now.
Yeah, like Ableton is just, it's kind of like the thing that I
You're
know.
right.
Yeah.
So yeah, one DAW shot. I mean, if you place a beat, most of the time they're gonna ask for the files and they're gonna mix it in Pro Tools.
Very true.
But
very true.
Yeah, I do everything in one.
Yep.
Eddie, what up, man?
Young Eddie.
Let's see. I've watched many tutorials on well-known hip-hop tracks. Many of the producers say it's the basic / easy beats that make a hit. Why do producers feel obligated to fill up the track with extra sounds?
Ooh.
That's good.
Ooh. Can I answer?
Young Oracle?
Okay, thank you for calling on me. It's like I keep saying, producers are making beats for other producers and not for artists. Mm-hmm. That's the thing. Nobody wants to play the game. Everybody wants to be in a slam dunk contest. And that's the thing. You're doing all these tricks and all that stuff for who? Whenever you're doing that stuff, just think it's because of other producers. Start making beats for artists and you'll tend to not over create or overproduce your beats.
Facts. And then 2, I think a lot of producers don't put the main instrument in the song. They're not thinking about it, which is the vocal. Mm-hmm. Most people just make a beat thinking of the beat. But once I start thinking about, somebody's got to sing here, it changed how I thought of. I didn't think of stacking beats. I thought of making them more, I guess, like linear.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense. Because even when people thought about the artist content, that they think more arrangement.
Right.
Verse, chorus, but like not space-wise. Right. Like Illy was talking about. Like, separating frequencies and all that good stuff.
And it's really the space what makes the stuff dope.
Yeah. It is.
With drums or frequency, it's really when you take stuff away and those pauses and all that, which makes everything crazy.
Yeah, it's just dynamics. Mm-hmm. A prime example of that, Dr. Dre.
Facts.
Simplest beats in the world. Mad space. Just mixed well, crazy space.
Where should your 808 peak at most? It's not really like a exact science of like a 10 dB.
Yeah.
It depends on the 808. You just got to listen to it compared to your kick.
There you go. And compare it to the whole mix and use a reference track if you really get stuck. Because I would do that. I'll make a track in an 8 and I think it's cool. And I listen to a reference track with an 8 that I really like in the mix. And I'm like, always my 8 was too loud. Mm-hmm. Too loud. And I realized it and I turned that 8 up there, just distorting it more. It sounds louder.
Right.
But it's actually one of the lower things in volume in
exactly.
The track.
And especially when the compressors and all that stuff hitting it, mess up your drums, your kick ain't punching right.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing I learned because my kick would never hit, but what it was is my 808 was too loud. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's drowning out my kick. Once I learned how to put that under, made all the difference.
I had a different problem. I learned sidechain. I used to sidechain on an MPC 2000. It doesn't have sidechain.
Right.
But you just put the attack on your 8 or whatever. And I'm like, oh, so now my kick is heard. So now I can turn this 8 up. So once I start sidechaining with Ableton, my 8 was still too loud. Because I'm like, oh, I can hear my kick. I can turn this 8 as loud as I want. Not a good idea.
I mixed on frequency. Learned a lot from watching Dave Pensado.
There you go.
Facts.
I watched a video on from him yesterday about reverb. Surprisingly, I don't use a lot of reverb, but it was just something to do.
In the layer.
Yep, in the layer. You know it.
What are some well mixed hip hop albums, songs that you use for reference mixing?
I use Drake songs a lot.
40 mixes is crazy.
Yeah, from I don't know, might be Views or some. I use that for sample breakbeaty stuff. I'll go back to like old Tribe albums. I'll refer to like Blueprint or something like that.
Kendrick stuff is dope too.
Yeah,
cause that dude Ali is incredible. So anything that he did, that's his album. I finally heard it.
I still did.
It's good. Bro.
I keep hearing it's so incredible.
It's good. The mixing is crazy. It's very like. It sounds crazy. I feel like she did a bunch of records of what Rihanna would want to do.
Wow.
She's doing like all the records that Rihanna's too pop to do.
Really?
It's a little bit hooder rock pop Rihanna, and it's dope.
So I'll ask you this without me having heard it. Do you think she's on the way up or she's just having a moment?
Oh, she on the way up. This might be contender for best album of the year.
Wow.
It's up there.
Wow.
Yeah. Even I've heard some people argue better than Kendrick's.
Okay.
And I like it. For me, it's better because I'm more of a pop kind of person. So this is more my steez. I like more rock influence kind of pop stuff. So this is my joint.
And I'm totally ignorant to this. What type of genre?
It's like,
I like this answer because it's not a definite answer.
If you took, you know who Tame Impala is? Mm-hmm. Tame Impala and Lauryn Hill with some 808s, that's SZA's album.
Yeah. I'm gonna wait till a special time this weekend.
Yeah, it's one of them you just gotta sit down and listen to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Enjoy yourself while you're sitting down.
I definitely will.
Yeah. I usually peak at -6 dB, no higher than -7. There you go.
Now, is that 808 or your overall mix?
Yeah. Because overall mix, I might disagree.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Shit, my overall mix don't even peak at 6 or 7. Or it might peak at 6 or 7. Yeah. So I know my 8 is
10, 12.
10, 12. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. Yep, 10, 12.
When you produce beats for an artist, do you find it necessary to bounce the wave files and import them into another? No. Answer that. Why everybody keep asking the same questions today?
Is that really a question?
Yeah, why does everybody want to keep doing everything in separate? Y'all making it harder for yourself.
Yeah, you got one dog. They all pretty much do the same thing.
All identical pretty much.
That's the thing. Like, yeah, one has the button over here, one has the button over here, but they all do the same thing. So I don't understand switching. Unless whatever you're switching to just has a feature that the other one just simply doesn't have. Yeah,
and most of them don't. That's like saying, yo, I want to export something from my iPhone and put it on my Samsung Galaxy.
Yeah, you're like, it's both.
Yeah, they do the same thing. Send it from where?
Yeah. Yeah, I want to look at this picture on my iPhone, but I got to send it over here first so I can look at it.
Send the artist a MIDI. There you go. Facts. Send them the MIDI file, dog. Don't even give them the patch.
Tell just see it.
This is the MIDI.
Make your own patches.
Don't even import the session data. You know how you adjust to your tempo? No, you don't even get that.
You just get random loose MIDI files.
Load up piano. Use your imagination. How would you use the Musically app as a funnel for producers / beat makers? That is a very good question.
That is a good question. And
I've actually been thinking about this, and I don't have a good answer for you, my brother.
Me, other than right now, just building an audience, making videos. I see a couple people doing that. I don't know how well it's working for them business-wise, but it looks like hella fun. But it's something there that people aren't doing yet. Yeah,
that's my only thing of how do you... The sing-along part of Musically, which makes people like it, how do you incorporate being a producer in that I haven't figured that out yet.
Now you do have to use the music that they have.
That's another thing too.
Yeah, that's the messed up part because you make music, and the thing is, you want to showcase the music you made. So
yeah, I've thought about this. I have no idea. And then too, something about me being a grown ass man on Musically with all these little kids.
13-year-olds.
Yeah, it feels very weird for me. That I don't know if that's my.
It has to be done right because you people like remember when it came out, Gary Vee was talking about it a lot, but he was even talking about how weird it is.
You're right.
Because he's in his 40s and he's like, asking people about what their 13-year-old girls do.
You're right.
Daughters do it all the
right.
And it just it's kind of weird.
Yeah, I don't know if it's for us. With music, I've noticed like with DJing. It translates, but it doesn't translate well in certain areas. And I feel like making a beat is the same way. Mm-hmm. Certain areas, it doesn't really translate well.
Musically.
Yeah. And I feel like that's how Musically is. For example, I use Logic to produce and arrange, but find the extra step of bouncing to wave just to mix in Pro Tools unnecessary. Yes,
super unnecessary. Yeah.
Super. 808 on the beat. What up, man?
What's happening, pimp?
Back at it again. I see, fellas, my new favorite pastime. Hey, Beats Music. What up?
That's what's up. We've been upgraded to pastime.
Oracle Triz, what's happening?
What's happening?
What happening, cuz? 87. What up, man?
Hey.
Long time no see, my brother, compadre. Trizza, as a DJ, do you prefer beats with change-ups and drops, or are you just happy with beats that's 4-bar loops? I feel like people ruin the drop thing for me.
How so?
I feel like especially in like dance music, and every song is this huge build up to drop.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's great, but sometimes it's not necessary. And I feel like people went OD with it. So sometimes I like the more song formatted songs. You know what I mean?
Is that just you see like with one or two genres, or like hip hop, EDM, everywhere?
Everywhere. Because even with hip hop, they were starting to borrow those kind of EDM formats of like minimal in the verses and then drop on the hooks and stuff like that.
I started noticing that. A lot of songs start like it'll be rocking, but then like the whole first verse or the first 8 bars is like no drums, all like ambient pads, and then it goes in.
So yeah, I'm starting now to like more of just not the 4-bar loop though, because I don't want it just to repeat nonstop. Right. It's got to change. It's got to build, but it's a subtle build. I don't want the. I don't want that. Yeah, I'm cool on that.
Gotcha.
Every once in a while, it's cool.
That's a good question.
Why is it so hard to find drums online? Okay, go to soundoracle.net
or theproducerkit.com.
All the drums that your heart desires, my brother.
Good ones too. Yeah. We're not just saying that because those are our sites, respectively, but they really are good because you got to think we were in the same position that you all were in. And that's the reason why we make these things, and that's the reason why we make them well, because we had the same problem of finding sounds online. And face it, if you're making beats and you don't have the highest quality sounds, like what are you doing? You're not gonna cook with terrible ingredients. I mean, some people might, but if you could get better ingredients, you should definitely do that.
Man, and side note, Oracle just played me some kit that he is working on. Man.
Wait,
man,
I ain't gonna lie, it's fire, and I just revisited it. I was like, wow,
this has potential it might be the best one. I think it has the potential, and this is the rough boy. This is the non-tweaked version.
Exactly.
So yeah, I'm excited about this. I'm hyped. First thing he played it, I'm like, yo, I need these. I need to make some beats.
Well, first of all, hold on. I ain't gonna let you get off the hook that easy, because in response, my man was like, hold up, and played me some crazy stuff too. Hey, I'm like, woohoo, that's crazy.
Good summer.
Don't put that out. Let's use.
Yeah, good summer. Good summer.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to sit the young Jameson. What are some good reference tracks to use for some sampled boom bap type beats?
Sampled boom bap type beats, like I said, old Tribe Called Quest albums, because they were mixed by Bob Power, and Bob Power was like the craziest when it came to that. So any Bob Power mixed 90s album. That could be a De La album, a Tribe album. I don't know who mixed Pete. I wouldn't go with Pete Rock stuff. His mixes were cool. But yeah, go stick with like Tribe.
Mm-hmm. And I say even too, which is, I mean, it's kind of boom bappy, but Teddy Riley and the New Jack Swing kind of stuff.
For mixing,
yeah, because it had that break feel, but he still had that little 808 in there.
Yeah.
So that give you a little different, modern break beatish kind of.
True. I ain't gonna lie. Side note, I'm so happy I was not a producer in the New Jack Swing era.
With them hits.
Yeah, it is like 48 tracks of music.
Oh yeah, that's a lot.
Mad James Brown going on.
Yeah, it's too much.
I'm like, yo, they overproduced but made it work so well.
Yeah.
Listen to Poison by BBD or any of those like older. Too much, dog.
At the breakdown, they got them little all them little samples.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm like, y'all, man, y'all going. This sample clearance got to be a pain.
Yeah, see, a lot of that was back before.
Yeah.
Cause I'm like, ain't no way in the
Yeah,
world.
them records would have never made it.
Nah, bro.
Can you discuss balancing your mix?
I think we did.
Yeah.
Mark, yeah, the kick is priority. Mix around the kick and use a reference track that's similar to what you're doing.
And guys, it's one of them things. You can't shortcut it. You have to do this a million times and get it wrong.
Very true.
And then it'll start making sense.
Very true.
No matter how much we tell you, it's still not going to make sense to you.
Nah, it's one of the things you got to learn. You got to get a flow about yourself to the point where you're not thinking about it. You just kind of know, you know?
I'm telling you, I spent a year of not liking how my drums hit. I'm just not like, all right, cool, I figured it out.
Yeah.
Now it's something else.
Because you played me something last week. I was like,
yeah, now I done figured it out.
Hitting.
But it's nothing that I didn't know. That's the thing that made me so mad. I knew it all along. It's just the understanding of why it works that way. Right. It took me a second.
And the application of it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because with so much of this stuff, like, we learn and we listen. Like, right now, people are listening to what we're saying, but who's going to apply it immediately? Like, as soon as this is over, who's going to run to the equipment and just start applying these techniques? Those are the ones that's going to make it.
I also keep a limiter on my master, like Sound Oracle.
Yeah, it's just, you gotta keep
safe.
that just in case.
Prince, thank you, gentlemen, straight up. Hey, appreciate it, man.
For sure, man. Appreciate you.
Young IDK Junior Music, what up, man?
Hey, always good to see you, bro.
Young 8 Tips to Better 808. Shout out to IDK.
Yeah, dope article. Go check it out on theproducerkit.com. 8 Tips to Better 808s.
I agree with Triz. You don't want to hear Hove. Hey,
it's getting to that time though. Yeah. You gotta be realistic.
I like Hove the businessman. You know what I mean? I like the elevated Hove where he just there. You be like, oh, that's Jay-Z.
Yeah,
he owns something. You don't know what.
I selfishly want to hear Hove. I don't want him to come out with something to be, because he's gonna get ridiculed for the first time in his life. Yeah, in my life, Jay-Z can come out with something now, and 50% of the people will be like, yo, it's garbage. And it'll still be good, but it's just a different time.
The time, yeah.
Or if he's with the times, that's what I don't want to hear. So, yeah.
Do you guys think that that production will return to being a diverse community as a... Hold on. Oh, sorry. Opposed to the same sound?
My thought on it is no. Yes and no. No, I don't think it will as a whole, but what you're going to start seeing, what you're seeing now is like these sub-genres. You know, hip-hop was boom bap or whatever. Now you have underground, like real underground hip-hop. Right. And then you have trap. And it's going to be a lot of sub-genres, and because a lot of people can establish themselves independently. So it's no need to blend in with the mainstream to get out there. And when people start blending in with the mainstream, that changes a mainstream sound. But if I don't have to go here, I could just do it over here by myself. I don't think the mainstream is going to change that much because these people are just going to be in their own niches.
Right. Yeah, I think as far as radio and just what everybody hears, it's always going to be that super commercial to the point. But I feel like it's a bunch of people making different music who tour and do all this stuff that most people don't know, but they have good careers.
That is very true. And the thing is, don't go off of radio.
Yeah.
Don't go off of what's... Because now music is so big.
Right.
That it's just everywhere. Radio is... radio is a thing that doesn't mean nearly as much as it did back in the day. If you're on the radio, you're cool. That just means you make a certain type of music with a certain type of artist, and it's great to be on the radio, but it's not a make or break thing. You could be super damn popping on the internet. I mean, think about people like Logic. On the radio, you never heard a Logic song on the radio. One of the sold out shows,
killing it
everywhere.
Kate Renata, I ain't never heard a Kate Renata song on regular radio.
Nope.
Adele, I mean, she got a couple, but Adele's selling millions off of ballads.
Well, yeah, she's gonna be on the radio just because she's the biggest thing moving. One of the biggest things.
It ain't even like she got a bunch of radio. She had like one.
Yeah, she'll have the sad song.
Yeah, and then the rest of them just they there.
Well, yeah, radio isn't that big anymore. The internet is way more popular than the radio.
Facts.
Way more popular.
CJ Scissorhands, what up, man?
Yeah.
Spacehead Life, what up, bro?
What's up?
Oh, CJ, you come in with the super late topic, trying to start some trouble. What do you think about Reasons 9.5 with VST support? I'm gonna be nice today. I'm just happy that they made it. There you go.
Hey, but you know what? Propellerhead though, while you gave them a plus, they're getting a minus, and I'm gonna tell you why. They had to stop making or stop selling Rebirth. Remember they had the Rebirth. It was a 808, 909, 303 emulator. Yeah. They got sued or cease and desist by Roland.
Ooh.
So what happened was, they released it in '97. They had legal issues, so they stopped releasing it on Mac and PC in like 2003, only for it to come back in 2007 on iPad and phones. They got into more legal trouble. They had to take it off the phones, but the iPad one was still around. That was it. Now, you have until June 15th to get Rebirth. After that, it's done.
It's done for.
Or they gonna be in court and they gonna lose hella money, and they already know it. They already put out the announcement. We are gonna discontinue. Rolling with that suit, that 3-piece lawsuit.
That Johnny Cochran.
Yeah, man.
Oh shit! What on hit?
Viewers.
Hey. Anybody selling drums or VST?
Yeah.
Yes. SoundOracle.net.
Or theproducerkit.com.
We have drum kits and we have VST preset.
There you go.
Well, one.
Yeah. For silent.
Yeah, close enough. What's the best way to up your value?
That's broad, but it's a good question.
Depends on what you're good at, though.
Yeah. That is true. Well, one thing I know that you need to up your value, because I don't know what you do, you need attention. Mm-hmm. So a way to answer that without knowing what you do is, what are more ways that you can get attention to what you do? Whatever the answer is to that, that's what you should start doing. That is the first way and one of the best ways to up your value.
Facts. And figure out what people need. You know? You can't, it's one thing to offer what you think somebody needs and then to do something what somebody else needs.
Yes, and we've done those things.
Man.
Until whatever you do becomes the thing that people just know they want it because you did it, you gotta do what the people want.
Facts. So I mean, the past couple of weeks, but this last year has been, I'm like, I think of stuff so differently, dog. Just the approach and just everything, bro.
That's crazy. But think about how we were working last year.
Dog, that's why I'm so hyped, bro. That's why I'm like, oh man, we over here working,
elevating, man,
like a machine over here.
Yes, indeed.
Would it be cool if you guys critique some people in the group on SoundCloud or Instagram? Don't have to be mine.
Maybe one day.
Maybe.
I was reluctant to do it, I ain't gonna lie, in the beginning, because I know other people were doing it. And I didn't want to do what other people were doing.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, it's been a while. It's not a bad idea. We just gotta figure it out.
Where is this studio? It's a place called Mars.
Mars, yeah, we out of space, cuz.
Out of space, Kid Cudi. Picked up Ableton this week. Coming for Logic. Can't wait to get down. Hey, shout out to you.
Nice.
Ableton is hella confusing coming from FL, but the sample is next level. Hey man, watch some tutorials.
Right, yeah, the sampling is next level, and it's not confusing. It's just different. Change your adjectives, change your life.
How do you determine if a sound you're using needs compression, EQ, etc. when making a track?
It's one of those. This is my personal answer. It's one of those things of, first of all, knowing what tracks sound good, what's a well mixed track, and understanding the different aspects of mixing. Like you understand EQ, you understand distortion, you understand this. Once you know those things, it will become apparent when you need certain things. But it's no way to be like, oh, when this is happening, then you use this. When this is happening, you use that.
Only thing that I know that I'm gonna do is EQ everything.
Yeah,
everything gets EQ. Compression is kind of whatever.
I'm not big on compression.
Yeah, I don't compress all the time, but circumstances. Whenever it's not constant, I feel like.
I will say bus compression, I might do.
Yeah.
Individual sound compression, I'm not.
I'm not a big fan of that. Unless it's a sound that's just kind of, it's not constant. It's too many wavering points. Then I'll compress it to keep it kind of even. Yeah. Dope. But yeah, it's just all about using your ears, man. You just got to try a bunch of stuff. Trial and error. Yeah. Question, Sound Oracle and Triz, will you guys attend a music expo?
Would we attend a music expo? Yeah, I would.
Yeah, let me know.
Yeah,
I'm there.
Especially a special guest.
Man, I want to go to NAMM. Yeah. Next year, I want to go.
I miss that joint every year because
I want to go be a nerd and just roll around on keyboards and just like tech, just press buttons and shit.
Right. You had the most lit Instagram live ever.
Man, that and PAX. PAX has nothing to do with music,
but still,
I just want to go to PAX. Dog. I just feel like you could just be in that turned up lit, watch people play Pokemon, and just living the best life you can, man. You know what I mean?
Living the best life you can. I like that.
Why do most of us producers look for artists instead of submitting to TV, movies, commercials, soundtracks, games, apps, etc.?
That's a great question. Everyone should be doing all of those things. I don't know about you, but I know most of the people in here, and even me, can't afford to just do one thing. That one thing might not work. That one thing could fold. You do all of that, especially if you don't really have anything. Like you just starting out, man. Explore TV, artists, internet, video. Do all of that.
Especially because that artist stuff, I think the main thing people mess up is they think they get one and they think it's like, all right, I'm in there. No, the hardest part is getting 3 or 4. Getting one
together, like close together.
Anybody can get one.
Yeah.
They say everybody has one hit in them. If you make a song every so often, you're gonna make a hit eventually if you do it long enough.
Nice.
But can you keep it up?
That's the thing.
Yeah.
And a lot of people think that once you get that one, not only are you on, but they think the system now works for you, and they just start throwing you work. You got to get to a certain level of on,
right,
to it'll work. Till you get Metro Boomin status, let's say,
and then
to where the work just gets thrown at you, and then Intel is like, "Yo, you want to do this commercial with us and all that."
And then Metro's job is to keep that going for as long as possible because it's gonna wear down after a while.
Yeah.
So he got to figure out how to keep his stuff going.
Yeah.
I think like Mike Will. Mike Will did a really good job. I feel like Mike Will might be one of those guys that we look at in a couple years like he really understood. He reminded me of Tim. He reminded me of Polow.
Yeah.
He gets it.
Yeah, he is. He reminded me of Polow so much.
Yeah.
I never met him, but I know Polow and I've seen him speak and just see what he's doing. I'm like, that's Polow.
He get it, man.